skeletal structure, and I'm going to, like, man, she's crazy. Like, what a ninja. She knows everything. It's like, that's what she does, right? So she's in that every day. So yeah, I hope she knows what she's talking about, right? So it's, yeah, I mean, you know, yeah, just do it gradually, right? And because people just like, they want the results so fast, and then they get really upset because the results didn't happen so fast, so they just quit, which is really bad, because then you rebound, and then it's just harder to do again, and again, and again. It's just like a cycle, right? Like May, every year, May is the busiest month in the supplement fitness industry, and it always has been for years. Even busier than January, even busier than resolution. It's starting to get nice, and everybody feels like bad what they did all winter, and like it's crazy. Like, sales go through the roof, and gyms are packed, and like it's, you know, and it's just, you can't, it's not going to happen in 4 weeks. It's not going to happen in 4 weeks, right? It's not going to happen maybe in 4 months. In 4 months you should hopefully see a change, but you know, your goals are always going to be changing, right? So it's, yeah, it's just, you know, be happy, right? Because people get like, you know, they get worried, they get upset like performance or body composition and stuff. It doesn't freaking matter, right? What matters is be happy and be healthy, but don't be satisfied, right? Set goals, be realistic about it, right? Like, oh, like, you know, right now I can't overhead squat for crap with my no ankle mobility, right? So I don't have it. So for me to be like, well, in 4 weeks from now I'm going to overhead squat like 300 pounds, right? And in 4 weeks from now I'm going to be really, really upset, right? So if somebody's like, 4 weeks from now I want to, you know, be shaped like this person, or look like this person, or look like Andrew Yeager. Why do you want to look like Andrew Yeager? No, I'm not saying Andrew Yeager's not hot, she's hot, but it's like, people should just want to be the best versions of themselves. You know what I mean? Like, we're at a point now where it's just like with social media and everything is so fast, it's like, people are idolizing like stuff that it's like unrealistic. It's just like, it's unrealistic. Just, yeah. But yeah, breakfast, so again, ranted and spilled off. Breakfast would be the big one. Breakfast would be the big one, and then for like the meats and fish, like wild caught, the switch over from wild caught to grass fed is a huge thing for me. Huge thing.
So I have a question. How many eggs is too many, do you think?
There's not really too many eggs, right? It's if you eat them too consistently. So 5 days of the week have eggs, 2 days of eggs. Right? Make sure that you can get pastured eggs. My first choice are pastured eggs. So eggs that the farmers go out every morning, chase away the chickens and take pastured eggs. There'll be different sizes and different colors, from lightish green to dark brown to spotted to speckled. Are my first thing. Free range eggs are my second choice. Conventional eggs are not on my list of things to eat. Right? So going back to what we were talking about GMOs, right? Genetically modified foods and stuff. Some of the most genetically modified foods are eggs, dairy, peanuts, and soy, right? So it's kind of funny that when GMOs came into mass acceptance in North America, that all of a sudden there was a mass outbreak of allergies to eggs, peanuts, milk, and soy, right? So in the past 10,000 years, maybe longer, the human digestive system really changed depending on your race, from 2 to 4%. We've modified food hundreds of times over. Right? So your system's not stupid. It's not ready to take in those GMO foods. So a traditional egg, I mean, I wouldn't touch at all. Like eating breakfast out right now is like a nightmare for me, because when I get eggs and I get them, I feel like I'm licking a tin can. It tastes disgusting. So if you can eat pastured, and seriously do it. Like eat pastured eggs. Eat pastured eggs or free range eggs. For at least a couple of weeks, and then try and eat a traditional egg. Try and eat a traditional egg. Okay, it's gonna be absolutely appalling how that tastes.
Yeah, but it could be the opposite. When you're used to eating something for so long, you try something else, it's gross.
I'll challenge somebody to eat a pastured egg or a free range egg and tell me it tastes gross.
Challenge.
Yeah. I mean, you just break them out, and it's just like the albumin, the white is much thicker. The yolk is more of an orangish color as opposed to a pale yellow, right? So
like when you go to Subway and they're like, the white one or the yellow? And you're like,
yeah. So I mean, and for every one egg that you eat the yolk, right? A lot of people are like, oh, I do an egg white omelet in the morning. Why? right? It goes back to me talking about cholesterol again. Cholesterol is great. You get hormone production.
I didn't
There's
say
3 grams of fat in the yolk.
I didn't say anything.
1.5 is saturated, which is good for hormone production. The other 1.5 is unsaturated, which is heart, going to be heart healthy. But a lot of the enzymes that you need to digest the white are in the yolk, plus a lot of other beneficial enzymes just for your internal system that is contained in the yolk as well, right? So that's why you should try and have the yolk as raw as possible, because if you cook the yolk all the way through, you kill a lot of those beneficial enzymes. But you're also getting another 3 grams of protein from having the yolk as well. Yeah. But I mean, I'll do like, anywhere from like 2 to 6 eggs, depending on how hungry I am that morning, because I don't count calories. But yeah.
In comparison, how important, I know a lot of us when we go work out, we'll hang around, whatever, we don't have that post-WOD carb or post-WOD whatever it is, either the packet of carb loader you have or starchy carbs, whatever.
Yeah.
How important would it be after WOD to have that versus like comparing it to breakfast in the morning? Is it very important after WOD to get?
Post-WOD, it's pretty important to get that in there, right? What they call in the industry the anabolic window. It's like within an hour after your workout. I mean, you wanna blunt down, and you want to stop the catabolic process, right?
Would you have like a banana?
Well, remember, only 2 servings of your fruits and veggies a day. Can be fruit. It can be
Berry.
fruits. So if you're gonna have a fruit that's not a berry, then yeah, right after your workout is like really the only time. But remember too though that it's mostly fructose, which is the hardest natural sugar for your liver to convert back into glycogen, back into natural energy, right? So I'd be a bigger fan of if you can't get a solid food meal in within that hour, then get this just get like a natural carb powder like dextrose, right? Get some dextrose or some kind of starchy carb powder and throw it in a protein shake. At least get that into you, and then try and eat a meal within the next hour. If you can for sure get a meal in the next hour, yeah, get a good whole food meal in you for sure.
What's your take on like a liquid meal replacement? Like on, how you guys have kind of powder meal replacement?
Yeah, so I mean, those were basically made for people that like just won't friggin' make breakfast, man. I mean, it's, and I mean, the industry's not stupid. They know that's where a lot of people fail, and I mean, I know that's where a lot of people fail. It's breakfast. Breakfast, like, just let me sleep for 10 more minutes. Let me sleep for 10 more minutes, right? Like, so they don't get breakfast. So I mean, they're just made for people. I mean, you can have them throughout the day if you're gonna miss a meal. I mean, better to have that than to miss a solid food meal for sure, right? So you don't go in a state of muscle breakdown and fat storage. Yeah, for sure. They're all right. Yeah, they're okay. But I mean, again, too, look at the carbohydrate content. Some of them are formulated to be the perfect breakfast, and some are formulated to be taken, throughout the day or maybe even post, right? So take a look. Make sure that if there's a high carbohydrate content, you see a high fiber content in there as well.
Do you do 8 cups of water a day? Or just whenever you're thirsty?
Again, see, I'm at the point now I'm not measuring, so I'm just like, yeah. If you're at the point where you feel thirsty, you're already dehydrated. You're already dehydrated. Okay? 4% rate dehydration is a 10% drop in strength.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, shit.
Get the water into your boob.
Call me Rick Froning.
And that's another thing too when it comes to meals. I mean, like, you have a meal, I mean, have a glass of water with your meal. Right? It's going to help fill you up. Right? I mean, don't friggin' drink juice.
Do you drink a lot of tea and coffee, or do you just drink a lot of water?
I just drink a lot of water. Today, I'm actually right now on my no stim challenge. I'm day 20 right now with zero stimulants, zero caffeine, zero anything to get me going. No tea, no coffee, nothing. So I'm just doing that. I was doing that for at least 21 days, at least 30 days. You do that a couple times a year, right? A big thing right now we see is a lot of people's adrenal fatigue. Adrenal glands get overtaxed because we're drinking so much coffee and pre-WODs and we just constantly supplying an external source of energy for our body, and so our adrenals get burnt out and they kind of shut down. And you get to that point where it's like mid-afternoon and you're really grumpy and you're feeling sluggish because your body's like, I need that boost of energy. I don't know how to make it on my own anymore, right? You need to reset that adrenal gland a couple times. Days 1 and 2, I was all motivated. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna friggin' reset my adrenal. It's gonna be awesome. And then days 3 to 6, I friggin' hate resetting my adrenal. So tired. There's things you can do like take high dose of vitamin C, which really gets burnt out when your adrenal starts to get burnt out. You're really depleted in vitamin C. Good ZMA supplement for good deep sleep. Sleep is the best thing to help reset your adrenal. And then there's couple good supplements on the market that have like some natural acids in them that increase your Krebs cycle, your body's natural energy cycle, and help recycle adrenals, which for me was really beneficial. Yeah, it helps you give you a more deep, more restful sleep, right? Because zinc, going back to cholesterol, right? Zinc is your primary mineral to help convert cholesterol into useful hormones. And a lot of that process happens while you sleep. Magnesium helps the muscles to naturally relax, so you just more relaxate. And then there's vitamin B6 in there, which increases serotonin, which is your feel good hormone. So vitamin is really good. Just make sure that you take it, you know, you have an empty stomach for at least an hour after your last meal, and you take that in there.
Because I think we'll sum it up there. Scott, you gonna hang around for a little while?
Yeah, I know.
If you have any individual questions about, you're welcome to walk with us too today.
Oh, cool.
If you have any individual questions specific to yourself, then feel free to ask Scott hereafter. But again, thank you, Scott, so much for coming in. And hopefully everybody gained a whole lot of stuff. He's reachable. He's coming around from time to time to do some workouts, so hopefully you guys will see him through here. But again, thank you, Scott, for coming in and talking to us today.
So now I get some participatory prizes here. So now it's my turn to ask questions.